Instead of being bothered by unpleasant truths, tonight we'll be giving you your 8th booster of comforting lies. Tonight you'll learn how diseases from China, the climate, and a former president all will be killing you. Unless you listen to us, cause we're here to help. And also, girls' teams filled with boys are doing quite well for some reason. Our top story, and perhaps the greatest contributor to climate change, President Trump. After colluding with Russia for centuries, orchestrating an insurrection against the US while he was in office, because that makes sense, and also probably being a serial killer, a New York judge has ordered Trump to pay $355 million in a civil fraud case. The fraudulent civil fraud case alleges that Trump inflated. This just in! This is definitely not a witch hunt, guys. This one is serious. Trump inflated property values in order to secure lower interest rates from banks on business loans. The definitely impartial judge in New York ordered Trump to pay an amount that, based on the nature of his crimes, is calculated to hurt him in his 2024 campaign. As Trump should have been paying higher interest rates to the centralized banking system, this ruling is a step of justice and finally someone doing something to protect big banks from citizens who aren't completely controlled by the banking system. Trump is expected to appeal in the case, but the 2024 election will come first, so who the f cares? Next up, and how you're gonna die unless you listen to us news, the always trusted World Health Organization has warned that Disease X, oddly enough made in China, is coming. And it's a matter of when, not if. What contagious disease experts understand when they look at the gene sequencing of Disease X is that it's an election year, so of course it's coming. Also worth noting that you should not consider exactly why the World Health Organization knows for certain that it will be coming. It's science. This just in! Things like Event 201, though documented, never really happened. And in breaking climate change news, science has discovered that if you eat more bugs and pay more money to the government, then the weather will be more gooder. That's right. The idea that governments have weather control capabilities using the most sophisticated technology available is nothing more than a wacko conspiracy theory. Yet the idea that you can control the weather by changing what you eat is very sound, rational, scientific fact. And lastly, on the topic of science, a rather disturbing discovery. It's been uncovered that 97% of scientists agree with whoever is funding them. Accordingly, it is terribly unnerving to learn that there's 3% of scientists out there who don't, and are clearly putting your health and well-being at risk. We will stay committed to stopping them. In sporting news, the high school high jump state championships in New Hampshire had a boy winning. This had all the girls losing. Just another positive step forward for women's empowerment. But a collegiate girls volleyball team in Toronto looked at that and said, "Hold my scrotum." They had not one, but 5 boys competing on their team. This just in! In volleyball, a team has 6 players on the court. For this team, 5 out of 6 were boys. Now, you'll never believe this, but this team of boys actually dominated. Now, there has been some backlash against the team. However, this is just gonna have to be the way it is until sporting organizations band together and collectively decide to form a boys division. Until that time, there's only one place for boys to compete, and that's the girls division. And in very sad news that threatens our national security, the House has recently impeached Homeland Security Secretary Mayorkas. The band of Republicans in the House who got impeachment happy believe that Mayorkas deliberately making the border as unsecure as possible is somehow a threat to border security. Pretty much baseless claims. But as the story goes, for many high-level government people, Mayorkas can likely expect a cushy job in private industry. Perhaps he'll be directly hired as a human trafficker himself, be hired as the CEO of ISIS, or sit on the board for the cartels. Either way, as effective as he's been in his government position, he'll likely be even more effective at his job once he makes the move to the private sector. That's it for today's news. You've been fed a full dose of comforting lies that we tell you are truths. And you're welcome. And we hope you die soon. We're doing our best on that. But until you do, please be as compliant and thoughtless as possible while forgetting your humanity. Have a beautiful evening. Good night.